I'll show you how to crush any woman's ego. Who in your relationship is in charge of the pants? She or you? For most people, dealing with a domineering girl in daily life is a nightmare. Do you frequently find yourself following girls' orders? Do you constantly feel under the girl's control? But here's the problem. Both in and out of the bedroom, the majority of women crave after strong, dominating males. Women like it when males take the reins. However, if they start to believe that they are more valuable than you, it feeds their ego. Pay close attention because what I'm about to say is crucial if you want to be that man that crushes any woman's ego. Warning, I'll offer you 8 guidelines. You can control any lady you desire if you adhere to guidelines. Respect these guidelines and act like a real man. Rule 1. Don't show signs of excitement. Don't compliment a female just because you're happy to know her. Make careful to give her the impression that she is inadequate. Girls frequently have fragile egos and require continual reassurance that those close to them value and adore them. She can start to doubt herself if you make it clear that you aren't interested in talking to her or listening to her difficulties. A female with a big ego is hard to get rid of. But if you use this approach, you'll undoubtedly leave her exposed enough that you can trick her into doing what you want. Rule number 2 is that you should never flatter her by praising the way she looks. Most guys try to flatter women by saying things like, "Hey, you're so gorgeous," or "Hey, you're so hot." She will view you as a low-value guy if you attempt to do the same by validating her physical appearance. Additionally, you are bolstering her ego even more by confirming her good looks. A girl will place less value on you the more you stroke her ego. She wants to see you less and less the more you stroke her ego. She will be less interested in you the more you stroke her ego. You are the only one who can congratulate her when she performs flawlessly. 3. Don't express desire in having a sexual relationship with her. A lady will undoubtedly feel your excitement and have her ego lifted if you act as though you can't wait to get some from her. Therefore, never appear eager to bed a woman. They might do this to you as a test to determine how eager you are to have a sexual encounter with her. But she will redraw herself when you make a move. Most guys are apprehensive in situations like this and end up acting inappropriately in an attempt to boost her ego. If a girl withdraws from you, you must give her the room she needs and withdraw yourself as well. You need to wait till she starts caressing you. She is already aware of your position, and you come across as being overly anxious to obtain some. You need to approach these circumstances with the intention of leaving. She giving you none must not matter to you. You must appear unassuming. Act as though you're sick of having sex with so many girls. A girl will prefer a guy like that to sleep with. Acting as though you need something from a lady will only serve to feed her ego, which will automatically rule you out of the running. The men who don't give a damn are the ones that truly succeed with women. You must project a carefree attitude. You will never catch her up if you are too ready to sleep with her. Never be too accessible for her. This is rule number 4. She can contact you wherever she wants and whenever she wants. But by doing this, you will diminish your value in her eyes and make her more likely to take advantage of you by feeding her ego. Don't do this, then. Show her that you are not only accessible, that you have a life to live and ambitions to pursue. Even though you might be available, you need to play the game and limit your availability to her. By doing this, you'll begin to understand that you can't devote all of your time to her. Additionally, she values and pays for your time and attention, thus her ego will be utterly destroyed. We regrettably have a propensity to cherish our least material possessions because of human nature, particularly that of the female, which is the main theme of this inquiry. Therefore, if something is too simple, we quickly become tired of it and start looking for fresh, more difficult things to do. Therefore, you are headed in the wrong direction if you are always available to this woman and if you are too easy for her. As the distance between you grows, your availability decreases. Avoid sending her the first message or responding to all of her messages. Instead of spending time with her, engage in any other activity. After that, you should watch to see how she responds. She'll undoubtedly catch on when you start to act distant once more and will start to contact you more, text you more, and ask you out. Resist the urge to answer every call, text, or invitation promptly. She'll eventually cease attempting to reach you or she'll get colder. When that happens, you should start getting closer once more. In general, women are physically weaker than men. In order to make up for this shortcoming, nature has discovered a way to give them better emotional intelligence and willpower. When choosing a possible mate to house their offspring, she analyzes him psychologically to see if he falls or becomes overly attached. Unconsciously, this implies that he is weak and unfit to be a father. Rule number 5, when in public, dress nicely. This is really intriguing, and you have to do it because you have to deprive her of some attention, which will certainly crush her ego. She is accustomed to the circumstance when you are going out with her for dating and she is attractive. People glamorize over her when they are gazing at her. But you, the new guy, are here. You look wonderful in new clothes that properly fit you and are fresh as well. You will draw attention from those who have a propensity of admiring attractive women. However, a well-groomed, well-dressed man is not very frequent because most individuals don't generally dress well enough when they go out. He draws attention when a girl is attractive. But now that you're pulling that focus away from her, her ego is beginning to crumble. She'll question where you are when everyone turns to look at you. And since she will now face competition as a result of this, her ego will be destroyed. This serves as proof. And when you take this affirmation away from her and give it to yourself, so that no one is glancing at her despite the fact that she is wearing a stunning dress, her ego will undoubtedly fall. She won't have as much ego now, and she'll think she's with a guy who attracts women. Additionally, she will undoubtedly believe that I can be approached by any random girl due to the tension, which will damage her ego. This makes sense, too. Rule 6, take a peek at other females. Don't always keep your gaze fixed on your girl when you are out on a date with her. Look at the other girls in front of her with confidence. She will feel more egotistical when you are around her and all you do is stare at her. However, if you can stare at other girls with confidence in front of her, it will damage her ego. We're not suggesting that you engage in an hour-long chat with another lady while out with your girlfriend, but you may attempt a few subtle techniques to pique their curiosity. Text or phone a female friend, for instance. If you ignore what your girlfriend is saying or doing while you're doing this, you might discover that she's giving you a poker face. Rule 7 is to never become envious. Never be envious of the men she is surrounded by. Yes, she is stunning, and she will make an effort to make you envious. However, if you respond in this circumstance, the instant you react, it demonstrates that you lack confidence, and her subconscious mind will tell her that a better man may take your position. Her ego would undoubtedly be boosted by this. You must therefore maintain your composure and serenity under such circumstances and assure her that she is free to speak with anybody she chooses. Her subconscious will convince her that she won't be able to find a finer man than you in a situation like this. She will understand that while she can replace you with someone better, she will never be able to do so. She will undoubtedly be degraded by this response, and her ego will be destroyed. Rule number 8, never request a commitment. You always want ladies to be interested in getting married to you. You want ladies to expect more from you at all times. You are unconsciously telling a lady that she is the greatest you have ever been with when you ask her to be your girlfriend, and this will undoubtedly enhance her ego. Therefore, hold off on making any form of commitment to her and wait for this chance to convince her to make a commitment that will completely demolish her ego. Just click the video that appears on your computer to learn how to arouse any woman you desire.